That was good. That was nice.
Today we're going to be making pizza in this pizza oven. In this video, I'm going to show you what comes in the box, put it together for you, and give you my honest opinion. My husband will probably make an appearance in this video too because he is very intrigued by the thought of making pizza at home. The seller did send this to us in exchange for a video. However, all of the views and opinions in this video are our own. This is packaged really nicely to protect it during shipping. In the box, you're going to have a pizza cutter. It's really nice that they include that. The instruction manual, a pizza stone, a really, really large spatula, and then the pizza oven itself. So it looks like you just put the pizza stone right on top of the heating element. And then you put your pizza on the spatula and put it into the oven. So let's try it out. I should probably heat it first to burn off any weird stuff. I just laughed because I said that it was a spatula, but they really call it a pizza shovel. So that's not a spatula, it's a pizza shovel. You're welcome. Before the first use, you are supposed to wipe the inside of the oven with a damp cloth and the pizza stone. So I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna run it at 840 degrees for 15 minutes to burn off anything that's left in here from production, like oils and stuff like that. There's also a burner on the top, so you get heat from the top and the bottom. Everything's wiped down, and I have the stone in the oven. So we're gonna close this and do our pre-cooking process. Okay, so this has a couple of preset settings, manual setting, which I think is what we're going to use to season it. Thin crust, Neapolitan, frozen pizza, pan pizza, and New York style. Well, let's turn it on. That would be probably helpful. On the display, you can see that it is preheating. It doesn't start the timer until it's done preheating. And then the temperature you can change depending on which burner. So this one here is the top burner, and this one is the bottom burner. And in the instructions, it says to run it at 840 degrees, which is why both of these are set to 840 degrees for this 15-minute like pre-seasoning process. Oh, it has a light. Oh, that's nice. And then we can set the timer like this. You just twist the knob. So it says to run it for 15 minutes. Now I'm just gonna hit the play button. There's air coming out of this vent. There are vents also on the bottom, and you can feel air coming out of that. And there's air on the back of this one. And then there's vents on the back as well, which are where?
Those are the fans on the back.
The fans on the back that push the air through the machine. The joys of living in a tiny house, we don't have a separate space for this. So it's going to live on the stove when we're using it. And it's going to live up there when we're not using it. It is really easy to operate. It's very intuitive, and I love that. And I also love the fact that it has a light. In the instructions, it does give you an idea of what temperature to cook it at from the top and the bottom, and then how long for each of these different style pizzas. There's also recipes in here for the different types of pizza dough, like Neapolitan pizza dough. I've never heard of Neapolitan pizza dough. They also give you the recipe for a thin and crispy pizza dough and a baking pan pizza dough. So that's really nice. I'm cheating today because I didn't want to make dough. I bought dough from the grocery store. It's definitely getting warmer here, but it's not done preheating. Yeah, those burners are red hot. Once it is preheated, you actually have to push the play button again to start the timer. 15 minutes has elapsed, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off so that it can cool. And then we're gonna prep our pizza. It did mention that there might be an odor, but I'm not getting...
Next time I'm definitely going to make the pizza dough from scratch, because this pizza dough from the grocery store did not work out very well. I had to add a bunch of flour, and then it didn't come off of the shovel properly, so it just turned into a big blob. And when we first pulled it out, even after 15 minutes had elapsed, because it was such a big blob, well, you'll see.
And I don't think it is done because it's so fat, because everything that could possibly go wrong with this dough went wrong with this dough. So let's just cut it in half and see if I have to put it back in. Yeah, it's not done yet. That is looking better. So just gauge it with your eyeballs. The timer's not always right. We're really far into a whole nother 12-minute cycle. But that's because the dough was really fat.
This here is an actual marvel of technology, because it's running at 650 degrees on the bottom, 430 on the top, and it's all good.
Even though the instructions say it gets hot.
I mean, it might get warm, but right now it's not even warm.
No. I'm sure there are parts of it that are hot. Like the bottom. Maybe the sides. I don't know, but like, just if you're worried about like this being hot or it being around other things, like the instructions made me slightly concerned, don't be, because it's really not. It doesn't put out a lot of heat. It is very well insulated. So instead of a pizza, really, we sort of made a pizza loaf. Take two. We're going with something much simpler. A frozen pizza.
We put it on for an extra 4 minutes through the manual setting. Has the instructions call for a frozen pizza. Okay. I like it.
There is a learning curve depending on what type of pizza and what type of dough that you use, but if you're looking for a pizza oven, I think this one is a really great option.